네, 안녕하세요. 영어 쉐도잉 연습 124일차 시작해 보도록 하겠습니다. 네, 먼저 오늘 처음 할 영상은 아놀드 슈워제네거 영상부터 시작을 해 보도록 하겠습니다.
반갑습니다. 쌈닭입니다. 다음에서 이기고 싶나요? 그럼 오늘 배울 첫 번째 기술 단어입니다. I'm here to talk about success.
I'm here to talk about success.
Work
Work your ass off. I hate
plan B.
plan B.
Don't listen to the naysayers.
Don't listen to those
Everything I ever did.
naysayers. Everything I ever did.
The thing that I heard out of people's
The
mouth
thing that I
was,
heard out
"That's
of people's
impossible.
mouth was just impossible.
That can't be
It
done."
can't be done.
Or no.
Or no.
I didn't listen to
I
those
didn't
losers.
listen to those losers.
I didn't listen to them at all.
I didn't listen to them at all.
I would have listened to the naysayers.
I would have listened to the naysayers
From
from bodybuilding to show business and politics.
I
I
would
will not be standing here today talking to you. I will be in Austria in the office yodeling.
So when someone says no,
When someone says no, this is a stupid idea, you in your mind you don't have to say just, but your mind just saying this, fuck you,
What do you know?
an asshole. What do you know?
With the age
At the age of 20, I went to London and won the Miss Universe contest as the youngest Miss Universe ever.
And it was because
I had a goal.
You see,
if you don't have a vision of where you're going, if you don't have a goal where you go, you drift around and never end up anywhere. You got to have a purpose no matter what you do in life. You got to have a purpose, have a vision. Work your ass off. There is no magic pill. Muhammad Ali worked his butt off. And he saw it firsthand. I remember that there is a sports writer. There was in the gym. He was working out and he was doing sit-ups. And he asked him, how many sit-ups do you do? And he said, I don't start counting until it hurts. Now think about that. He doesn't start counting his sit-ups until he feels pain.
That's when he starts counting.
That's when he starts counting. That is working hard. I went to college. I went and worked out 5 hours a day. And I was working in construction. Because in those days in bodybuilding there's no money. I didn't have the money for food subvention or anything. So I had to go to work. So I worked in construction. I went to college. I worked out in the gym, and at night from 8 o'clock at night, 12 or midnight, I went to acting class 4 times a week. Yes, I did all day. There was no one single minute that I wasted. This is why I'm standing here today. It drives me crazy when people say they don't have any time to go to the gym for 45 minutes a day to work out, and to do something for 45 hours to an hour a day to improve. If it is a physical improve or if it is mental improve. Imagine you read 1 hour a day about history. How much you will learn after 365 hours in 1 year? With 24 hours a day, he sleeps 6 hours a day, so it gives his cells 18 hours. There's someone shaking head out here in front to say probably, I don't sleep 6 hours, I sleep 8 hours. We just sleep faster. But you can see how much time is available if you organize a day. So you got to work hard. You get it? Work like hell. Go to bed. Early rise. Work like hell. every time. So you work your ass off, and then you let the world know about your work. That's what it's all about. Let people know if you have a company, if you have a movie, if you do sports. Work your ass off, let them advertise, and let everyone know. If so many of those people say, no, you can't do it, that's impossible. That is okay because we just turn off. When you start doubting yourself, that's very dangerous. Because now what you're basically saying is that if my plan doesn't work, I have a fallback plan. I have a plan B. That means you start thinking about plan B, and every thought you put into plan B, now you're taking away that thought and the energy from plan A. It's very important to understand that we function better if there is no safety net. Because plan B, because safety net, it says if I fail and therefore I get picked up and I have something there that will protect me. That's not good. I'm telling you, I never ever I have never ever plan B. I said I made full commitment to I'm gonna go and be bodybuilder. I'm full commitment I'm gonna be in America. I made a full commitment. I'm gonna get into show business. I'm going to be a real man. No matter what it takes, I will do the work. I will do the work over and over and over until I get it. To me, it is very dangerous to have the plan B because you're cutting yourself off from the chance of really succeeding. The reason, one of the main reasons why people want to have a plan B is because they are worried about failing. What is if I fail and then I don't have anything else? Well, let me tell you something. Don't be afraid of failing because there's nothing wrong with failing. You have to fail in order to climb the ladder. There is no one who doesn't fail. You all fail. It's okay. What is not okay is when you fail and you stay down. Whoever stays down is a loser. And winners will fail and get up. Fail and get up. Fail and get up. You always get up. That is a winner. That is a winner. I failed in bodybuilding. I lost bodybuilding competitions. I lost powerlifting competitions. I lost weightlifting competitions. I had movies that were ending to the toilet. They were terrible. They got the worst reviews. Hey, we all lose. We all have losses. This is okay. This is why I'm saying. This is why I say don't worry about losing. Because when you're afraid of losing, you get frozen, you get stiff, and you are relaxed. In order to perform well, in order to perform well in anything, if it is in boxing or if it is in your shop or in your thinking, it's only happening when you relax. So relax. It's okay to fail. You just go. Let's just go all out and give. Let's just go all out and give it everything you've got. That's what it's all about. Don't be afraid of fail. Don't be afraid of fail. 네. 한번 잘 들어봤습니다. 네. 시간이 많이 남았네요. 그럼 오늘은 그 다음 거 또 자막 보면서 열심히 했습니다. 그 다음 거는 지금 오바마 영상 하고 있었죠. 오바마 영상 한번 보겠습니다. But at the end of the day, the circumstances of your life, what you look like, what you like, what you look like, where you come from, how much money you have, what you've got going on at home, none of it is, none of that is an excuse. There is no excuse for not trying. I'm giving a lot of speeches about responsibility. I'm no speech about education. And I've talked about responsibility a lot. I've talked about teachers' responsibility for inspiring students and pushing you to learn. I've talked about your parents' responsibility for making sure you stay on track and you get your homework done. Track. And you get your homework done. And don't spend every 18 hour in front of TV or with an Xbox. And I've talked a lot about your government's responsibility for setting high standards and supporting teachers and principals and turning around schools that are working, where students are getting the opportunities that they deserve. But at the end of the day, we can have the most dedicated we can have the most dedicated teachers, the most supported parents, the best schools in the world, dedicated teachers, the most supported parents, the best schools in the world, and none of it will make a difference. None of it will matter. None of it will matter unless all of you fulfill your responsibilities, unless you show up to those schools, unless you pay attention to those teachers, unless you listen to your parents and grandparents and other others, and put in the hard work it takes to succeed. That's what I want to focus on today. The responsibility each of you has for your education. I want to start with the responsibility you have to yourself. Every single one of you has something that you're good at. Every single one of you has something to offer. And you have a responsibility to yourself to discover what that is. That's the opportunity an education can provide. Maybe you could be a great writer. Maybe you're even good enough to write a book or articles in newspaper, but you might not know it. Maybe you could be an innovator or an inventor. Maybe you're good enough to come up with the next iPhone or the new medicine or vaccine. But you might not know it until you do a project for your science class. Maybe you could be a mayor or a senator or a Supreme Court justice. But you might not know that until you join student government or the debating. And no matter what you want to do with your life, I guarantee that you will need an education to do it. I guarantee you need an education to do it. No matter what you want to do with your life, no matter what you want to do with your life, I guarantee that you will need an education to do it.
I guarantee that you'll need an education to do it.
I guarantee that you'll need an education to do it. I guarantee that you'll need an education to do it. You want to be a doctor, or a teacher, or a police officer? You want to be a nurse or an actor, a lawyer, or a member of a military? You're going to need a good education for every single one of those careers. You cannot drop out of school and just drop into a good job. You've got to train for it, and work for it, and learn for it. And this isn't just important for your own life and your own future. This is just important for your own life. This is just important for your own life and your own future. Your own life and your own future. Your own future. And this isn't just important for your own life and your own future. When you make up your education, we decide nothing less than the future of this country. When you make up your education, we decide nothing less than the future of this country. When you make up your education, we decide nothing less than the future of this country. When you make up your education, we decide nothing less than the future of this country. When you make up your education, we decide nothing less than the future of this country. The future of America depends on you. When you are learning in school today, we determine whether we as a nation can meet our great challenges in the future. You need the knowledge and problem-solving skills you learn in science and math to cure diseases like cancer and AIDS, and to develop new energy technologies and protect our environment. You need insights and critical thinking skills you gain in history and social studies to fight poverty and homelessness, crime and discrimination, and make our nation more fair and more free. You need creativity and ingenuity you develop in all your classes to build new companies that will create new jobs and boost our economy. You need every single one of you to develop your talents and your skills and your intellect so you can help us old folks solve our most difficult problems. If you don't do that, if you quit on school, you're not just quitting on yourself, you're quitting on your country. Now I know it's not easy.
A lot of you have checked yourself. You're quitting on your country.
I know it's not always easy to do well in school. I know a lot of you have challenges in your lives right now. You can't make it hard to focus on your. Wow. They can make it hard to focus on your schoolwork. They can make it hard to focus. They can make it hard to focus on your schoolwork. They can make it hard to focus on your schoolwork. They can make it hard to focus on. They can make it hard to focus on hard to. They can make it hard to. They can make it hard to focus on your schoolwork. Your schoolwork. Your schoolwork. They can make it hard to focus on your schoolwork. They can make it hard to focus on your schoolwork. I get it. I know what it's like. My father left my family when I was 2 years old, and I was raised by a single mom who had work and who served at times to pay the bill and wasn't always able to give us the things that other kids had. There were times when I missed having a father in my life. There were times when I was lonely and I felt lonely and I felt like I didn't fit it. So I wasn't always as focused as I should have been on school. And I did some things not proud of. And I did some things I'm not proud of. And I did some things I'm not proud of. And I did some things I'm not proud of. And I did some things I'm not proud of. And I did some things I'm not proud of. I got more trouble than I should have. And my life could have easily taken the time for the worst. But I was lucky. I got a lot of second chances. And I had the opportunity to go to college, in law school, and follow my dreams. My wife, our first lady, Michelle Obama, she has a similar story. Neither of her parents had gone to college, and they didn't have a lot of money. And they didn't have a lot of money.
Neither of her parents had gone to college, and they didn't have a lot of money.
And they didn't have a lot of money. And they didn't have a lot of money. Have a lot of money. Have a lot of money. They didn't have a lot. They didn't have a lot of money. 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 But they worked hard and she worked hard, so that she could go to the best schools. She could go to the best schools. So that she could go to the best schools in this country. Some of you might not have those advantages. Maybe you don't have those in your life who give you the support that you need. Maybe someone in your family lost their job. Maybe someone in your family has lost their job. Maybe someone in your family has lost their job. And there's not enough money to go around. There's not enough money to go around. And 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 there's not enough money to go around. Maybe you live in a neighborhood. Maybe you live in a neighborhood where you don't feel safe, or have friends who are pressuring you to do things, pressuring you to do things, or have friends who are pressuring you to do things, have friends who are pressuring you to things, have friends who are pressuring you to do things you know aren't right. But at the end of the day, the circumstances of your life, what you look like, where you come from, how much money you have, what you got going on at home, none of that is an excuse for neglecting your homework or having a bad attitude in school. There's no excuse for talking back to your teacher or cutting class or dropping out of school. There's no excuse for not trying.
Where you are right
Well,
now doesn't have to
where you
determine
are
where
right
you'll
now
end up.
doesn't have to
No one's
determine
written for
well
not try. Where you are right now doesn't have
have
to
to try
determine where you'll end up.
doesn't have to try where you will end up.
No one's for not trying. Where you are right
Right
now
now doesn't have to determine where you will end up. Where you are right now doesn't have to determine where you will end up. Where you are right now doesn't have to determine where you will end up. Where you are right now doesn't have to determine where you will end up. Where you are right now doesn't have to determine where you will end up.
No one's
writing your destiny for you.
Because
Here in America,
you
you
write
write your own destiny.
You make your own
future.
future.
That's what young people like you are doing every day all across America. Young people like Jasmine Perez from Roman, Texas. Jasmine didn't speak English when she first started this school. Neither of her parents, had gone to college, but she worked hard, earned good grades, and got a scholarship to Brown University. Is now in graduate school studying public health on her way to becoming Dr. Jasmine Perez. I'm thinking about Anthony Schultz from Los Angeles, California. He's fought for brain cancer since he was 3. He's had to endure all sorts of treatment and surgeries, one of which affected his memory, so it took him much longer, hundreds of extra hours to do his schoolwork. But he never fell behind. He headed to college this fall. And the Chantel Steve from my hometown of Chicago, Illinois. Illinois. Even when bouncing from foster home to foster home in the populous neighborhoods in the city, she managed to get a job at a local health care center, started a program to keep young people out of gangs, and she's on track to grade high school with honors. She's on track on graduate. She's on track. She's on track to graduate high school with honors. She's on track to graduate high school with honors and go on to college. She's on track of she's on track to graduate high school. She's on track to graduate high school with honors and go on to college. Go on to college. She's on track to graduate. She's on track to graduate. She's on track to graduate high school with honors and go on to college. She's on track to graduate high school with honors and go on to college.
Young people out of gangs, and she's
She's on track to graduate high school with honors and go on to college. And Jasmine and Johnny and Chantel aren't any different from any of you. They face challenges in their lives just like you do. In some cases, they got it a lot worse off than many of you. But
they've got it a lot worse off than many of you.
But they refuse to give up. They chose to take responsibility for their lives, for their education, and set goals for themselves. And I expect all of you to do the same. That's why today I'm calling on which of you to set your own goals through your education and do everything you can to meet them. But whatever you resolve to do, I want you to commit to it. I want you to really work it. I know that sometimes you get the sense from TV that you can be rich and successful without hard work. But your ticket to success is through rapping or disckeeper or being a reality TV star. Chances are you're not going to be any of those things. The truth is, being successful is hard. You will love every subject you study. You won't click with every teacher that you have. Not every homework assignment will seem completely relevant to your life right at this minute. And you won't necessarily succeed at everything the first time you try. That's okay. Some of the most successful people in the world are the ones who had the most failures. J.K. Rowling, who wrote Harry Potter. Her first Harry Potter book was rejected 12 times before it was finally published. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. He lost hundreds of games and missed thousands of shots during his career. But he once said, "I have failed over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeeded." These people succeeded because they understood that you can't let your failures define you. You have to let your failures teach you. You have to let them show you what to do differently the next time. So if you get into trouble, that doesn't mean you are a troublemaker. It means you need to try harder to act right. If you get a bad grade, that doesn't mean you are. That doesn't mean you are stupid. 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 That doesn't mean. That doesn't mean. That doesn't mean. That doesn't mean you are stupid. If you
It means you need to try harder
if you get a if you get a bad grade, if you get a bad grade, if you get a bad grade, that doesn't mean you're stupid. If you get a bad grade, that doesn't mean you're stupid. If you get a bad grade, that doesn't mean you're stupid.
It doesn't mean you're stupid. It
Doesn't
just
mean you're
means you
stupid.
need to
It
spend
just
more
means you
time
need to spend
studying.
more time studying. No one's born
being
being good at all things. You become good at things through hard work. You're not a varsity athlete. The first time you play a new sport, you don't hit every note the first time you sing a song. You got to practice. The same principle applies to your whole schoolwork. You might have to, you might have to, you might have to do a math problem a few times before you get it right. You might have to read something for a few times before you understand it. You definitely have to do a few drafts of a paper before it's good enough to hand in. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. I do that every day. Asking for help isn't a sign of weakness. 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 Isn't a sign of weakness. Asking for help isn't a sign of weakness. Asking for help isn't a sign of weakness. Isn't a sign of weakness. Isn't a sign of weakness. Asking for help isn't a sign of weakness. Isn't a sign of strength because it shows you have the courage to.
Weakness is a sign of strength because it shows you have the courage to admit when you don't.
The courage to admit, courage to admit, courage to admit. Because it shows you have the courage to admit when you don't know something. When you don't know something, and that allows you to learn something new. So find an adult that you trust, a parent, a grandparent, or teacher, a coach, or a counselor, and ask them to help you stay on track to meet your goals. And even when you're struggling, even when you're discouraged, and you feel like other people have given up on you, don't ever give up on yourself. Because when you give up on yourself, you're giving up on your country. The story of America is about people who quit when things got tough. The story of America isn't about people who quit when things got tough. The story of America isn't about people who quit when things got tough. The story of America isn't about people who quit when things got tough. The story of America isn't about people who quit when things got tough. The story of America isn't about people who quit when things got tough. The story of America isn't about people who quit when things got tough. The story of America isn't about people who quit when things got tough. The story of America isn't about people who quit when the things got tough. The story of America isn't about people who quit when things got tough. It's about people who kept going, who tried harder, who loved their country too much to do anything less than their best. It's the story of students who said, "We used 650 years ago and went on the ways of revolution, and they founded nations." Young people, students who said we used 75 years ago, who overcame depression and won a world war, who fought for a civil war and put a moon. And put a man on the moon, put a man on the moon, put a man on the moon, put a man on the moon. Students who said we just said 20 years ago, who founded Google and Twitter and Facebook, and changed the way we communicate with each other. 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 So today, I want to ask you, all of you, what's your contribution going to be? What problems are you going to solve? What discoveries will you make? So I expect all of you to get serious this year. I expect you to put your best effort into everything you do. I expect you to put your best effort into everything you do. I expect you to put your best effort into everything you do.
To get serious this year, I expect you to put your best effort.
I expect you to put your put your best effort
in everything you do.
into everything you do.
Get serious this year. I expect you to put your best
I,
effort.
I expect you. I expect you to put your. I expect you to put your.
All of you to get serious this year. I expect you to put your best effort
I expect you to put your best effort
in everything you do.
into everything you do. I expect you to put your best effort into everything you do. I expect you to put your best effort. Put your best. I expect you to put your best effort into everything you do.
I expect great things
from each of you.
Don't let us
So
down.
don't let us
Don't
down.
let your family down
Don't
or
let
your
your
country
family down or your country
down.
down. Most of all, don't let yourself down.
Make us all proud.
Make us all
Thank you
proud. Make us all proud. Make us all proud. Make us all proud. Thank you
very
very much,
God bless.
everybody.
God bless America.
God bless you. God bless America. 네, 오늘 여기까지 해봤습니다. 네, 잘 들었습니다. 네, 오늘은 여기까지 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.